Welcome to the Drama Dose, episode 1,
where we keep it real,
keep it spicy,
and keep it just dramatic enough to keep you coming back for more.
I'm Super Ashley.
And I'm Queen Carlene. Let's go, girls.
Welcome to the Drama Dose. It's episode 1, and we are so excited to be here.
Finally, I feel like it's literally been forever since we've been talking about starting a podcast.
So why are we starting the Drama Dose? Basically, we wanted a space where we could be ourselves, talk our tell our stories, and talk about the drives us crazy too.
And honestly, I feel like we're always yapping. And so we figured we should probably let you guys in on that.
Yeah, it's like the group chat, but a podcast.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And I feel like there's always something or too many things going on in the world. So this is a space where we could talk about them freely, maybe bring in some tea, a little bit of drama, just a dose.
Just a little bit. I mean, I just feel like we are, whether we want to admit it or not, Ashley, we are dramatic, okay?
Just a little.
Okay, just a little bit, just a little bit. But that's the whole point of the Drama Dose, is that we're bringing the tea, but like just a little. Okay, yeah. We're not going to be over the top.
Just enough. Just enough.
Okay, like we're over 30. Okay, so
we got to be grown women.
Yeah, but we still like the drama.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to know my favorite flavor of tea?
Hot tea?
Someone else's tea.
Oh. I'm like, I like it hot, girl. I don't know about you.
Oh my God. But okay, Carlene, if the people didn't know who you were, tell them about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Carlene, or Queen Carlene on the internet. I've been a full-time content creator. I cannot believe that I'm saying this, but since 2021. Before that, I actually was in the beauty industry, okay? I was a boss babe, like a real one. Like an actual boss babe. I cannot believe I did that job, because I was working my way up the corporate ranks of a large beauty retailer that I still shop at to this day. But I now post mid-size fashion content. I would say like home and lifestyle. I would say I'm more lifestyle, right?
All of it.
I never know, girl. I like just posting everything because I'm a shopaholic. Let's be real. I'm 35 and I just got married to the love of my life. Okay.
It was beautiful. I was there.
I know. I still haven't recapped it, so you guys can see it later. But and yeah, I live in New Jersey. I'm originally from Seattle, whoop whoop, Pacific Northwest, but now I live in Jersey with my 2 dogs and my hubby. Yeah, and my hubby. So let me hear a little bit about you though.
I am Ashley, aka Super Ashley. I've been on the internet for a really long time. I actually started on YouTube way back in college, just as a hobby.
When was yours?
2013.
Mine was 2013. Okay.
But you know, like everybody else in 2013, the only thing happening on YouTube was beauty. So
literally,
I was in college for beauty. I ended up working in corporate beauty. I was a makeup artist for a long time. Then, you know, eventually somewhere down the road, I started doing content full time, transitioned more into like fashion. Now it's kind of a mix of everything in my life. And I live in New Jersey as well. I'm originally from Brooklyn. My fiance and I bought a house in Jersey back in 2019. We lived there with our dog and our cat, and we get married in June.
Yes. And you guys, yes, before you ask in the comments, there's going to be wedding updates.
Yes, there will be a wedding recap episode.
Yes. No, like literally a full one.
Because I expect a lot of tea to come out of this event.
I'm excited. I
don't know from who. I got crazy family and friends.
I mean, we'll be recording. I'll be recording. I'll be like, what's happening? Anyway, but we're super excited, you guys, to start this together. Wait, we have to tell them how we met.
Yes.
Okay. Because people are like, it's so funny because Ashley and I have been talking about this podcast for forever. And we're like, our audiences probably don't even know
each other. Like they don't realize that we're even as close as we are.
Yeah. Like we're actually real friends, guys.
Yeah. Like real life. Actually more so in real life than on the internet.
Yeah, literally. Like I feel like there's like no evidence of our friendship online.
We say it all the time. We live on 2 completely different corners of the internet.
It's true.
She tells me things about the internet and I'm like, who?
Yeah. And don't worry, like, that's coming.
Who?
That's coming. That's coming. The whole reason why we started this.
But I feel like this story will kind of give you a glimpse into our relationship because it kind of just says it all, right?
I really do feel like it is. So, okay, let me set the scene. Because really,
a lot more was happening for you than
I was having a moment. Okay. I mean, I have a lot of moments, but this one in particular I remember the exact moment you came up to me. So, okay. So you guys picture this. We're coming out of the pandemonium. We're all shut down. I just became a full-time content creator because it was that July.
Yeah.
I just became a full-time content creator. I had never been to an Amazon event, and Amazon was
There
hosting.
weren't really any events.
Yeah, I guess they weren't really having
events
before.
were finally coming back.
Yeah, but I had never been to any events on the East Coast because I was a Seattle girly. I think there was one that I went to with Lord and Taylor, RIP, to them right before the pandemonium. But anyway, it was my first event. I was so nervous. And this place that Amazon chose to have their event in was so hot, you guys.
It was like a big townhouse on the Upper East Side. Only some rooms were air conditioned.
Oh my God, you guys.
And it was like 90 something degrees.
I'm not even kidding. It was
and
90
we were
degrees
expected
outside.
to come like dressed to impress, like cocktail attire, hair done, makeup done, like
everything done, right? So I do, but my hair's not cooperating because I'm literally dripping sweat because of the humidity outside because it's New York City in the middle of July. Show up to the event and I'm wearing a brown dress. Okay, guys, it's like a brown satin dress. I love that dress. It looked good. Guys, I have social anxiety. So if you ever meet me in real life and you're like, damn, this girl's like kind of anxious. Yeah, girl, I am. Okay.
You played off really well because I would have never known.
Okay, I think that's like, it's like a coping mechanism. Okay, so I like make jokes. I'm like really friendly because I'm like internally having a meltdown. So I was having that exact meltdown. And unfortunately, that meltdown literally happened to be all over my dress.
It was very physical.
Dripping sweat. You guys, like there is a picture out there of me and Kat Sickler, and she is literally going like this. Okay, if you're listening to the podcast, you have to watch this YouTube episode because she's literally holding herself like away from me because I told her, don't touch my back. It's really sweaty. Okay.
And she listened. She followed direction.
Anyway, so I'm in this exact environment. This is the build-up moment. All of a sudden, this random girl comes up to me and
like
says,
a foot shorter than you.
Literally a full foot shorter than me. I'm dripping sweat. I don't know where I'm going.
Okay, so this was one of my very first Amazon I had been to a bunch of events, but this is one of my very first Amazon influencer program events. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really know anybody there.
Yeah.
And at this point, I was, several drinks deep. It was towards the end of the night. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't know. I keep seeing this girl. She seems like a lot of fun. Like you were the only one like was really like mixing and mingling.
Because I was nervous.
Because I'm going to be so real. I don't remember half the people I met that night, but nobody was very interesting.
Ooh, okay,
so
we met Steph there. Steph was there. That was the first night I met
I don't
Steph.
think I met Steph.
Okay, well, whatever. Anyway.
It was a lot of people though, so I really don't remember. It was so long ago. But I remembered Carlene. And so I saw when she first walked in, and then some point during the night, I just walked right up to her and I was like, hi, I'm Ashley. I think we need to be friends.
And I just remember looking at her so confused. Remember, Ashley's like literally a foot shorter than me.
So she's looking down like,
I'm like also wearing
this
heels.
Munchkin?
I'm also a little drunk and I'm like, okay. And then we start talking and realize that she lived maybe like 10, 15 minutes from where I lived in Jersey.
We were neighbors.
The rest is history.
Yeah. So that's how we met. We're very bold.
Yeah.
We're very unapologetic and we go for what we want.
Yeah. That's literally us. But I will say, just so you guys know, another fun fact just before we get started, we both have ADHD.
We both have ADHD.
So if you are a fan of podcasts with tangents, or over opinions, rants, side missions,
side quests.
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be the podcast for you. I'm just saying right now. Okay. So,
but we're gonna try to stay on topic. We're gonna try our best.
Yeah, we're gonna try our best.
An outline. We've got a whole plan.
Yeah, we're trying.
To the plan is to be determined.
Seriously. Okay, but let's tell them a little bit about like the premise. The whole reason why we did this podcast is because I always know what's going on. Okay, I don't want to like toot my own horn. Like I'm like a journalist. Okay, so like please use the Google still. Okay,
yeah, do your Googles.
Let's just say that right now. Everything we say in this podcast is alleged.
Please fact check us.
Fact check us, girl.
Do your Googles, babe.
Do your
Googles.
I am not good.
We are not going to be held liable for anything we say on this podcast because we could be very loud and very wrong.
Okay, we could be very wrong. We don't know.
Or even quiet and wrong.
You know, maybe the algorithm's serving us something that's not true. I don't know. But my point is that I typically know what's happening on a day-to-day basis in the actual news. Okay, so I'm talking like politics, the weather, you know,
current events,
natural disasters, that kind of thing. And I'm always like telling Ashley, I'm like, oh my God, girl, did you hear about such and such? And she always says,
huh?
Or if it's about to snow, I'm like, girl, Okay, be sure to get eggs and milk because it's about
You
to
always
snow.
say eggs and milk. I'm like, how much eggs and milk do they go through? Because it
lot.
snowed twice this week and you're telling me to get more.
I actually have a pickup for Target right now. I need to go pick up milk.
You could walk into Carlene's house at any time of day, any day of the week, and there's a news network on one of these TVs in here.
I don't discriminate. I watch them all.
Yeah, well, not them all. The news is always on in this house. She knows all of her news, her real life news. On the other hand, I'm a pop culture queen. I know what every Bravo housewife is doing at any given moment. Celebrities, pop culture. I love it all. I'm a reality TV whore. So I fill her in on the pop culture.
Like, you guys will literally go to an Amazon event. She'll be like, oh my God, so-and-so's here. I'm like, I have no idea who that is. Like, no clue. Are you serious? You've never heard? No idea.
Last summer, we were swimming in her pool and I was like, oh my God, which side are you on, Drake or Kendrick? And she was like, what?
So bad. It's so bad. I'm so serious. I don't know. I don't know why I don't know.
I mean, I don't know the news. I feel like it's better to not know pop culture than to not know what's happening in the world.
But then I feel like an idiot sometimes because we'll be at these events and you're like, so-and-so. I'm like, girl, I don't know who that is. To the point where like people think I'm kidding. Like,
yeah, no, it gets
it's pretty bad.
But also remember the drones? I had no idea about the Jersey drones.
Yeah, you're crazy.
I know.
I'm like, how do you not know about the drones?
Look up.
Okay, literally.
So basically, all that to say, on the Drama Dose, you're going to get a little bit of real life news from Carlene. You're going to get a little bit of pop culture news from your girl. And once again, do your Googles. We are not going to be held liable for anything we tell you. It might not be a fact. I mean, you got to check for yourself. So we've got two different segments. Are you ready? We're going to jump right in.
Breaking news, okay?
Wait, also, I don't know what she's about to tell me, and she doesn't know what I'm about to tell her. So we're going to get like real, authentic, in the moment reactions.
Yes. So basically, I'm going to present a real news topic to her, and we're just going to talk about it, okay? And then vice versa, Ashley is going to present a real something to me and break it down, like, you know, and then I'll react to it, okay? We have other segments too.
I have no idea what you're going to tell me.
We have other segments too, so just hang tight if this is not your thing too. But Ash, okay.
Before we jump into our first segment, we need a little
Alani New Break ASMR. And no, we are not sponsored, but we are available, Alani.
Big fans.
Okay, no, you guys, I've been hoarding this flavor called Winter Wonderland.
It's so good.
I'm an absolute psycho, and
what would you say it tastes like?
Cranberry. Like a little, it's like cranberry with a little grapefruit, like a little, I don't know.
Like some kind of citrus.
Yeah, like
cranberry lime.
Yeah, cranberry lime. Yes.
Cranberry lime.
Yes.
This shit is good.
It's so good. Anyway, I've been hoarding this stuff. You guys have been doing like Target pickups all around Jersey. Okay, so if it's sold out. First, Carlene News Network. I just want to preface this because Ashley specifically told me that, you guys, this was a hard assignment. We are filming this on January 23rd. And that is important because
there is no news that isn't political, and we're trying to avoid that.
Okay.
We don't even want to touch it.
Yeah, we're trying to our very best to not like be political. Okay, it is so hard to find a non-political story this week for obvious reasons. Okay, we had the inauguration, blah 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 blah. There's been lots happening since the last 48 hours. But have you seen? I'm like nervous to tell you. I'm sure you know.
I have no idea what you're.
No, I feel like you know about what's going on. And keep in mind, you guys, mine is not typically going to be pop culture. However, you already knew about the California wildfires.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You already knew that it snowed in Florida.
From Instagram.
Didn't you know that?
Well, I knew because I saw.
But I felt like that wasn't a full story, so I can like do a full.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you see, and I really want to hear your guys' opinions in the comments too. Did you hear about, even I know what's going on with this one, okay? The Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively lawsuits, right?
Okay, I know about it, but I have been intentionally avoiding it because I'm a Swiftie. I'm a hardcore Swiftie.
Okay,
and
wow.
I just refuse to believe that if Blake Lively is of a person from the things that I've heard, that Taylor would be her friend, like her very good friend.
Okay, well, this is the perfect news topic for you because
I also don't know. I also don't really know Justin Baldoni to say either.
Okay,
you know.
So here's the thing. So like I said, I don't know anybody about anybody, but the one thing.
This is celebrity news, first of all.
Okay, you know what? I told you it was really hard. It was really hard. I'm like, what else am I going to talk about?
Okay.
No politics, please. Okay, it's like impossible. So what I will say I'll just give you a little quick recap because
I've been avoiding it, so this is actually good.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I also don't know the lore of Justin Baldoni or the lore of Blake Lively, other than the fact that I have watched a few other podcasts and like heard here and there about both of them individually, right? So let's touch on Blake first. So Blake, there's been a few different times where she's just kind of like her coworkers, it seems like really, really likes her. So like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, like all of her coworkers love her. Like they've been friends for years and whatnot. And then the other point that I just want to like preface, again, use the Google, you guys, there's a lot. And so we're just like paraphrasing everything. This is months and months, of a build up. I'll link some things in down below as well, like of where people do like more deep dives. But this is like very paraphrase surface level. Okay, so there were quite a few things during This Is Us, the new movie, right?
I did watch it.
Okay, so this is like another perfect example. I don't watch movies, you guys.
You know the news behind the movies. I know the movie and not the news.
I did not see the movie. Okay, so that's perfect. So you saw it. Yeah. Okay, perfect. During the press tour, apparently she took like a press release thing that like Sony told her like a little too literal, and it basically was like, don't promote it, like try and make it happier because it's about domestic violence. If you guys don't know, if you haven't seen the movie, it is a Colleen Hoover book that they turn into a movie, and basically it's about like breaking the cycle of domestic violence, essentially. Is that okay? Yes, I'm like, correct. Did I get it right? Yes. I don't know. I didn't read the book either. So during the press tour, I guess she was kind of like rude to reporters as well.
I did see some clips.
Okay. So you saw the clips. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Again, if you guys haven't seen the clips, pause. All the information will be down in the description because it is good context. So that's kind of Blake Lively. And I will say my personal take on Blake Lively. I've never been a big Blake Lively fan. I've never like, again, but that's like me. The only celebrity I will ever stan
Mariah Carey
is Mariah Carey. Okay. I literally will be speechless if I meet Mariah Carey, but like I just don't get starstruck.
I mean, I'm
like
the
that.
Same way. Like it's very there. I'm not.
They're just people.
Exactly. I don't really like idolize celebrities.
Yeah,
like that.
Exactly.
Yes,
I don't idolize any of celebrities. I think she did great in Gossip Girl. That was one of my favorite book series.
When I see celebrities like do something stupid, I'm more so like, instead of saying, "Oh, that's a horrible person," I'm more so like, they needed better media training.
Yeah,
said that on camera.
Yeah, like you know, like something like that. So okay, so that's my take on Blake. Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of her. I'm kind of indifferent. Like I don't really care. And then
not too much of an opinion.
And then just to tie in her husband, Ryan Reynolds, I again have not really an opinion other than his stupid Mint Mobile ads that I keep seeing. But I know they sponsor people. So Ryan, just let us know if you want to sponsor. Hey, he might have the best Mint Mobile plan out there. Okay, if it's a good plan, then count me in. But I just really don't like the ads. Okay. But anyway, that is essentially all I know about them.
So what is the deal?
Okay. So well, I have to set it up though, because then, okay.
So then, minutes.
Okay. Well, girl, this is a podcast.
Talk about a side quest.
Yeah. Hello, it's my segment, girl. You'll have yours in a minute. Okay. Oh my God. Let's dive into Justin Baldoni. I had literally never heard of his name ever in my entire life. Are you surprised?
I knew who he was. I've never seen any of his stuff.
Quite literally did not know who he was.
He's from like ABC Family or something, right?
Oh, he was on
Jane the Virgin?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I never watched that show though, so.
Okay, so Jane the surprisingly I have seen a few of those. Okay, he's also famous for having this really cringe engagement. Have you seen that video?
No, I need to.
Oh my God, I'll show you later. It's it was like a whole movie.
Are they married?
Yes, they are married.
Oh, okay, God bless.
Yeah. Like it was crazy. He like brought her like their coffee shop, and there was like she was like watching the television set, and it was like a whole movie about him coming to propose to her. It was so cringe, but it was very much the times. Like I think it was like 2015
was it
or something.
Like in the era of like flash mob engagements?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So like it made sense. Anyway, like obviously like 10 years later or however long later, I'm like, oh, cringe. But whatever. It was cute for them. She was into it. They got married, whatever. Apparently he has a podcast, or had. I think his co-host just quit. He had, yeah, I know. You better not leave me. Okay, I'm just saying. But apparently she just left. I guess they had a podcast about like, I don't want to say like women's rights, but he's very much like he's done TED Talks on.
Yes, I've seen like he's very like he's a feminist.
Yes, I'm like, what is the word? Another thing, you guys, I have I need to get some Prevagen or something, that one supplement that for old people. I have the memory of a goldfish, you guys. It's so bad. Okay. So don't take offense if I'm stumbling on my words or I can't figure it out.
I've got some stories about the things she's forgotten, but that's for another episode.
That's another episode. Okay. But I'm not an idiot. I just literally forget. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's all I really know about him. Okay. I know nothing more, nothing less about either of these two. I'm indifferent towards both of them. Okay. So I've been following the thing. Basically, Blake got approval from some board of California or something to sue. I don't know. Weird. Those weird California laws. I don't know either. But apparently she had to get approval to sue or something.
Sue him?
Yes.
For what?
About of sexual harassment.
At the workplace.
Correct. So I guess Justin is in cahoots or in business with this billionaire, and they own a media production company. And I guess Ryan Reynolds apparently has a media production company. See, I don't even know this stuff. Okay. So
pretty much every if you get to a certain level of fame as an actor, they all have one.
Yeah. Okay.
It's every rapper eventually starts a label, a music
What are we
label.
going to start?
I don't know, girl. Let's get this first episode out.
Okay, true.
Damn.
Okay, anyway.
This is the Elmo audio.
Apparently, he's backed by, so that's important later. Blake sues Justin Baldoni of sexual harassment and makes some crazy allegations, saying that she's breastfeeding and he comes into her her trailer anyway, saying that he didn't hire an intimacy coordinator, even though apparently there was one, but she didn't want to meet with the intimacy coordinator before it started. Just crazy stuff. Okay, so again, check the description down below. There's a lot that's happened. Okay. And I'm getting her reaction to one portion of the story.
Okay. So basically she's suing Justin for sexually harassing her and just her.
Yes.
Okay.
Although she's saying that other people in the audience, or not in the audience, but other people in the cast knew about it, or people consoled her about the sexual harassment, and literally
he's also the director of the
movie,
also
the director. Yes. Thank you. So he's acting in it as literally a main character, and he's also directing it. Okay. Basically, the other portion of that too is that apparently Blake Lively kind of strong-armed it and turned into the director. Okay. So the movie that you saw was actually her cut. So she actually she didn't like how they edited it. And so she had Ryan Reynolds, I'm assuming, his editors edit it their way, and then
is that even allowed? I mean,
they just kind of rolled with it. They just let her do it because I guess she was so difficult on set that they're just okay, whatever. And he's a feminist. He's let me practice what I preach, girl. You do you.
Yeah.
So anyway, so apparently there's all these things that she's alleging that he's done on set, and they're bad. They're really bad. Saying that he was calling her sexy in this outfit. Ooh, you look really hot. Things like that.
And Ryan Reynolds didn't run up on him and beat his
Okay, so apparently there was a conversation where they all sat down and negotiated things that would happen moving forward. Okay. There was 17 things or something, and most of them were obvious anyway. Okay, well, I'm gonna have an intimacy coordinator. Yeah. Okay, so
this is during filming still.
Correct.
Got it.
She include over 30 things or something like that in her lawsuit. And we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but basically Justin said that I've never seen this. What are you talking about? We didn't agree to this.
Oh,
yes.
As a director.
Correct.
Crazy.
Okay. So anyway, so she's suing. That's all you really need to know though. She's suing him. Okay. So now Justin, there's a whole nother side quest of the fact that his PR team, that whole PR stunt that happened, that was all orchestrated. And I guess.
What was the PR stunt?
Remember back during the summertime, we heard a lot of crap about Blake Lively, basically.
Yeah, all those clips of her bad interviews.
Correct. I guess he hired somebody preemptively to
push those things.
Allegedly, that's what she's saying in her lawsuit.
Okay. So Blake Lively's suing Justin Baldoni for sexual harassment on the set of It Ends With Us.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Fast forward. The whole PR thing is a whole nother side mission. So we'll link some resources below.
The PR thing is Justin Baldoni trying to make Blake Lively look like press.
Correct. And he's saying that he didn't do that.
Okay.
So basically at this point, now he is also suing not only Blake, but also I think it's the New York Times or something like that.
Oh, because they did a big story on it.
Yes, that Blake had given them information for.
Got it.
Right? Fast forward, he's suing her for defamation. Like, nope, didn't say any of this. Like,
I mean,
what?
she's trying to.
Exactly.
That's a really big allegation.
Exactly. And I mean, they did some crazy stuff. Like, he wasn't allowed at the his own premiere. Like, he had to watch it in a different.
I did also see back like a couple months ago when it first came out that like the whole cast unfollowed him.
Yes. Yeah. Colleen, the author, Colleen Hoover, like denounced him or whatever. One of the things that she said in her lawsuit was that she basically felt very uncomfortable in this scene, and this scene was them basically, there was no sound in the scenes, there was no lines or anything, but they were basically falling in love. I mean, do you know the scene that I'm talking about? Because you obviously watched the movie. It's when they were dancing at a bar, I guess. And
okay, it was like a no dialogue, like lovey scene.
Yes, okay. And it had like music over it.
Okay,
so when they're filming it, there's no line. But I guess she's alleging that he like basically out of pocket like came at her, like tried to kiss her and like, you know, like whispered in her ear, like that kind of thing.
Method acting.
I don't
know.
I know.
Literally, like you're playing his
literally
wife
acting
on camera.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, okay. So he was like, "Oh no, Blake! If you're gonna do this, I have the receipts." And he basically, him and his attorney released the video yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't even know. And so we're going to live react and watch it because you know enough. And
I watched the movie.
Okay, you watched the movie and you know enough. And keep in mind the way that she is like telling the whole entire world in this allegations, right? That he like, God, I really should have like actually gotten the exact quote. But basically she is saying like he whispered in my ear and like basically
like made in advance.
Yes, correct. Like during this scene. Yes. We're going to watch the video real quick. Okay. And then we're going to see. I don't know if we're going to play the video or not, you guys, just because for the length of time, but I just want to play it for Ashley. And again, I will link the exact TikTok and everything. If TikTok's still around by the time you're seeing this,
knock on wood.
Knock on wood. We will link it down below. But here is the exact one, uncut footage, okay?
I'm not getting beard on you today.
I'm probably getting spray tan on you.
It smells good.
Well, it's not bad.
That's what she said is sexual harassment. She said, and your face tells me everything I need to know. She said in her lawsuit that he said that he leaned into her inappropriately and said, you smell so good.
He didn't say that in that clip.
She said, I'm so sorry, my spray tan smells bad. And he said, oh no, it smells good.
But that's not what just happened.
Well, what happened in your opinion?
That was two actors acting.
Okay, yeah. So just in general, tell me what you think just happened.
They were acting and she kept saying it's more romantic if we're talking. So Justin Baldoni was making meaningless conversation because she wanted to capture them speaking on camera because she thought it would be more romantic. And she was really pushing that. It's just interesting because how are you going to make a claim about a specific moment that you know is caught on camera?
So I don't think she thought that they were going to release. So now Ryan Reynolds.
But you know that there's proof. How do you start a lawsuit?
I agree. Ryan and her are now trying to get him, Justin Baldoni, and his attorney, trying to put a gag order on them so that they can't release any other footage because now they want to have a whole entire website.
But it's not defamation if it's true.
Exactly.
And listen, I'm team believe women always, but it's that'll ruin it for the rest of us.
Exactly. That's where I'm at. So again, I have no like prior knowledge of these people, but my whole theory and the theory of TikTok at this point of this news drop that happened is basically that Blake Lively was in love with him.
What?
Yes. That's what the people are saying.
The only like reasonable.
Correct. And you know what? I actually wanted your opinion on this because, and I know this is like this is not the whole podcast. This is like, we're doing a side quest. So now the whole entire internet basically is thinking that the only reasonable explanation as to why two reasonable people that had a good working relationship, etc., obviously two professionals, why is she all of a sudden suing him? Right out of nowhere, that Blake Lively, like there was something that happened between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. And let's not forget that apparently Ryan Reynolds and Blake met on the set. And Ryan cheated on Scarlett Johansson allegedly with Blake, and that's how they got together in the first place.
I did not know that.
I didn't
you
either.
know more celebrity news than me. Well, you just learned it.
I just learned it. That's basically what like the interwebs
Like
are thinking.
she's doing this as revenge because they fell in love and he's going to stay with his wife.
Okay, so low key, it could be something like that. And this is kind of where I wanted your opinion. But basically, I'm like, okay, I could totally see potentially. I'm kind of team Baldoni right now. And I really want to hear your guys' opinions in the comments down below because I keep like flip flopping back and forth. But I am more team Baldoni if he has like obviously like hard proof, like literally proof. Okay, so I guess for me, I could see them like having like a little flirty thing, or maybe even Blake feeling like it was more flirty, and then Justin was like all professional. Like
he's like, I was literally acting.
Yeah, look at like, you saw how he acted.
Literally acting. Yeah.
Yeah, you saw how he's like, okay, cut, like it's done.
Yeah.
You know, so obviously like something like, you know, went maybe a little too far, or like they, you know, got a little too friendly, whatever. And Blake took it a different way, and maybe she got offended, or
she does. Okay, listen, from all the clips
she
I've
seems
seen,
like she has an ego.
She seems easily offended.
Yeah.
She seems very easily offendable.
She would not last long around here.
And she doesn't seem to handle it on camera very well. From the interview clips I've seen.
What about your little bump?
Don't get me started. Do not get me started on that.
Okay.
Oh my God. Anyway.
So my theory at this point, and from like what I've gathered from all the information that I've seen, my theory is that something happened on set between them somehow, some way, whatever. We will never know. We obviously don't know these people. Somehow she gets offended, or it just takes it too far. And like maybe Justin was like, no, we can't do this or whatever. She gets pissed off and as revenge tells Ryan Reynolds, like, can you effing believe that he did XYZ or he's doing XYZ? You know what I mean? Like,
as an excuse.
Because yes, correct. Because she's manipulative, and we are manipulative too. Every woman knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. So like, I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? You could easily be like it's like you're subconscious.
She's playing the victim to get out of she shouldn't have done because she's a married woman is what you're trying to say.
Correct. And Ryan, the moment obviously you hear, hey, like from your wife,
advantage of my wife,
he's gonna go hard and ruin his career. And I think that's how we ended up here.
That's
my theory. That's my theory.
My theory is that in the production of this movie, Justin Baldoni was obviously spearheading it as the director. And I think because Blake Lively and possibly her husband as well, Ryan Reynolds, because they see themselves as much bigger, better actors than Justin Baldoni, I think that they were like, no, I don't want to work for this little dude. I want to be in charge. And the fact that, you know, the movie came out with Justin Baldoni as the main character and the director, I think that they were like, no, that should have been our movie. Let's throw this man under the bus.
Well, that is another possible theory, because the reason why people are saying that Ryan Reynolds wanted to produce it, or like they wanted their production, even though apparently both like went to think tanks, and I guess his scored way higher. Her cut,
Justin Baldoni's did?
Yes. Her cut, that is the actual cut of the movie, apparently did better with men, which that's not what this movie was about. Hello.
It's about
like what?
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's a Colleen Hoover book. They're for boys. Like,
okay, so the theory is that they want the rights to the sequel.
Ah, okay.
So you might be right. I mean, we could both be right. Two things can be true at once.
Yeah. And I will also say, whatever that order was to make it a little happier, or like not as like, you know, don't make it seem like a domestic violence movie. Like, they did a damn good job at that, because I went into that movie blind.
Ooh.
And I didn't know what it was about, and I had no idea. Not a damn clue.
Yeah, she was like, wear flowers.
Yeah, like I felt like I was being gaslit in the movie too, because she's like, no, you know, he burnt himself and then he accidentally hit me with the pan. I was like, yeah, that was an accident, right? Like, I'm watching it, not realizing where this
You're gaslighting yourself.
Yes, like the movie didn't.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
But I'm gonna be so real. I thought it was about a girl with a flower shop that fell in love with a boy. I didn't know it was about TV.
I don't think that's what it was about.
It ends with us meant they die together.
Girl, I haven't seen the movie, so I still don't know what it's about. But that's all I know. I know more about this lawsuit than I do about
the movie.
Okay,
well, that's my take.
Anyway, that is Carlene news. The breaking news of the day, or actually like this week, because
talk about broken news. We beat like a dead horse.
Okay, sorry, girl.
Okay,
this is the first episode. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Okay, now it's time.
I'm scared
for the super scoop. We love a good pun here.
I love our
Okay,
corny
so-
names. I love them.
Okay, so this story, right?
I'm scared.
The tea is there was a big internet breakup.
Okay.
Big internet breakup. This was a couple. Well, I followed the guy.
I most definitely don't know who this is.
No, you don't. Do you know who Matt James is?
No, but that's the most generic, boring name I've ever heard in my life.
That's like saying, do you know who John Smith is?
Literally, like what? Is this Pocahontas movie? What's
Okay,
going on?
Matt, and this, okay, ever since this news came out, I have learned so much more about this couple.
Okay, wait. First take off the bat.
Yeah.
My first impressions. Never trust somebody with 2 first names.
I agree.
Never.
Also,
You can
never trust a 3-name man.
A 3-namer.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh my God. Yeah. Why are you bringing your middle name into this?
Harry Connick Jr.
Nope. Yep.
I know it's just a junior, but if you go by the 3 names, I don't trust you.
No.
Who else? That's all I can think of right
Yeah.
now. I just don't. No, 2 first names, don't trust.
Yeah,
it.
don't
No,
trust.
No, don't trust 2 first names. So apparently, Matt James, he's like a food blogger. Like I follow him because he gives really good recommendations of like restaurants and stuff in New York. I don't
Okay.
even know if he lives in New York, but he be eating in New York.
Okay.
He and all of his food videos are with his girlfriend. She's super pretty. Her name is Rachel.
How long have they been together?
A long, long time.
Okay. So
a couple
that's a red
years.
flag number 2.
A long, long time.
Why is it not a boo? Yes.
I'm going to read you the post. It's a post of them. Apparently, they met on The Bachelor. He was The Bachelor. And
Oh my God. What?
The Bachelor. Okay.
This Bachelor Nation girlies,
Okay. So
I don't know a damn thing about you.
So me neither. I just thought he was. I just thought he was a food blogger
I'm
with a
dead.
cute girlfriend that
I'm
liked
dead.
to eat.
This whole time he's a Bachelor guy.
Of course, the only reality show in the history of forever that I don't watch is Bachelor.
Okay, well now you're gonna have to watch it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Apparently they met on The Bachelor. But if you know anything about The Bachelor, I've never watched a season, but I know the end result, it's like Love is Blind. You end up engaged.
Yeah, and also
Like,
like
you
aren't there
pick-
like a bajillion seasons? Like
Yes,
how are we
yes.
supposed to know?
There's
They all look the
spin-offs,
same.
There's spin-offs, there's everything.
They all look the same.
Yeah.
To me.
Well, Matt, shockingly enough, I don't know much about The Bachelor, but to me in my head, it's like all white people.
Mhm.
Matt is black.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, King.
So
Wait.
another reason why I never expected him to be part of The Bachelor,
Yeah.
I never even thought about it, but in my
Well,
mind.
I mean,
it's just-
also like, why would you think that? Like some random guy that you follow
food
for food
blogger,
blogger.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, of course he was at The Bachelor.
So
like
anyway,
that's random.
but
Yeah.
she won The Bachelor. Like that's how they met,
Okay.
but he didn't propose at the end.
Wait, what?
Red flag number 1.
Oh,
Okay.
I've seen
But
3
they
red flags.
continue to date.
That's red flag number 3.
They continued to date for years.
Okay.
Then they went to London. They're posting all of their London food content on their stories, on the page, everything.
Okay.
January 16th, early morning, like 7 a.m. Like
Okay.
people woke up to this.
Okay.
He posts this picture of them on The Bachelor. Like
Okay.
this is
Let me see it.
them on The Bachelor. I'm
Okay.
gonna read. I'm gonna
Oh,
read.
okay. I just want to see the photo.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, I have bad eyes. We're old here on this podcast. Oh my God, that's a lot of likes too. Let me get that
Yeah.
engagement. Okay.
Okay, so this is the caption, and this caption is really weird to me. Are you
Okay.
ready?
So, and we don't know if they're in London still at this time or not. Like it was just super early in the morning.
It was just super early in the
Okay, okay.
morning, and they could have been posting later. Like they filmed all the content, they came home and posted later.
Yeah,
we don't know.
We don't know.
But
Okay.
for all intents and purposes, they had just at least finished a very romantic trip to London where they were posting all their food pics and all that. The caption reads,
What?
Father God, give Rachel and I strength to mend our broken hearts. Give us a peace about this decision to end our relationship that transcends worldly understanding. Shower our friends and family with kindness and love to comfort us. And remind us that our joy comes from you, Lord. Heartbreak emoji.
Okay, what? Can I see that again? Read it again. Wait, let me just look at this.
Is that not psychotic?
Transcends worldly understanding? Like, it's not that serious. Like, are you Gandhi? I'm
It's
so
just
confused.
a breakup. Like,
Okay, wait, what?
okay, so
Yeah.
I just saw
I
this and I
fear
was
that
like,
this is not
okay,
the end of this
so-
story.
So I saw this post and I sent it to Meech because me and Meech both.
I was going to say, not Meech liking it.
He liked it because I sent it to him because
Yeah.
we both follow Matt's page for like the food content.
Yeah.
Right. Then apparently a lot of people I follow were also very interested in this.
Okay.
And I didn't know anything about The Bachelor or anything.
Yeah.
I just thought food blogger, cute girlfriend.
All I know about Bachelor Nation is that they go hard.
They're messy.
They go hard.
Yeah.
They're messy and they go hard.
No, I mean the actual Bachelor casts.
Oh,
like,
okay. I
yeah.
thought I'm talking about the fans.
But then I see a couple other people post and they're like, they were just in London. They literally, like, that's crazy to post a breakup announcement when your stories that are still live are you two eating pizza in London together. He posted that when his stories were still in the cycle of the 24 hours of them eating pizza together in London.
That's weird. That's weird.
That's all you got.
I'm like weirded out.
Okay, so basically, we know that there's the
Well, okay, wait. You do know, like, okay, you guys, I don't post in real time.
No.
So that clearly wasn't being posted in real time. Like what they were doing was not posting in real time. But he felt obligated to probably continue to post because obviously it's his job to post the pizza in London.
This looks like a classic crash out to me.
What's a classic crash out?
He was crashing the out.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, she doesn't even know crash out.
What does that mean?
He was crashing the out. He was like,
like trying to get her, manipulating the situation to get her to stay?
This is the theory from all the people that know a lot more than me.
Yeah.
The theory is that she broke up with him.
Uh-huh.
And in order to take control of the situation, he blindsided her with this post, tagged her in it so that he knew she would
had
see
to respond.
it, and put all that Father God to make himself look like a good guy.
Okay, wait, what's his name? Surprisingly, I do know a little bit about the Brianna chicken fry situation. Didn't what's his name just do that to her too? She was like another domestic abuser, allegedly. He posted something about their breakup first and she was blindsided too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so very similar.
Yeah.
Like basically getting ahead of the situation so that you look better and control the situation. Okay.
Yes.
That's
because
a crash
in that
out?
caption,
Is that a crash out?
I think that's a crash out.
Okay.
Because he's like, she dumped me. I was blindsided by it. So I'm about to blindside you right back and tell the whole world before you can change your mind. But I think I'm on Rachel's side because we were on a whole TV show and you embarrassed the out of me
and didn't
propose at the end of the show you signed up for.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
The end was to get engaged. And that was like 4 years ago or something. So that means you were supposed to propose to me at the end of the show. You didn't. And then I'm still 4 years in and I'm still a girlfriend.
I will say, I feel like people on The Bachelor, like you go on, obviously you're looking for love allegedly, but people do like start their social media careers on that, but they're not like
every love.
But they're not like 22, right? Aren't they like older, like 26, 27-ish?
Yeah, they're not like fresh out.
Yeah, you're not like spring chicken. So like if you're like 26, 27, you're on The Bachelor, you obviously like, so 4 years, dude, come on. You're wasting my time.
Or get off the pot.
Yeah,
basically.
literally. Yeah. So I'm on her side right now too.
But we don't know. I haven't.
Did she respond?
Not that I saw.
What the hell? That's all you have for me?
That's it.
I need receipts. Timeline.
Screenshots. Everything.
I need more, Ashley. Yeah, let's live update. Let's see. I wonder if he took it down. Did he take it down?
No, it's there still.
And when did he post it?
January 16th.
And has he posted anything since?
No. And she hasn't posted anything since December 5th.
What is her name?
Rachael Kirkconnell. But she's so pretty. Look.
Oh, she's gorgeous. Yeah. What is he doing?
So,
bye. Rachael Kirkconnell. Girl.
So what do you
deserve more.
Do you think she dumped him or he dumped her?
I think that she probably, they were probably going through something.
So that's the super scoop.
Okay. Rachel, girl, Kirkpatrick or whatever your name is. Kirkconnell, girl, you are, first of all, gorgeous. We love to see it. Okay. Second of all, no. If a guy did that to me, boy, bye. I would never speak to that man again. Are you kidding me? You're going to not only embarrass me on live television, then I stuck by you. I'm not done, Ashley. Okay, I'm not done. You stuck by me, okay, for years. And you don't have the decency to propose after 4 years. Like, and okay, I will say, there was a very a rough period. You knew the rough period that me and David had. I was about to leave his ass too. I'm like, look, we don't have, ain't nobody got time for this, okay? So like, I feel like that's exactly what happened.
The rough period she's talking about is the 2 weeks after I got engaged where she was waiting on her getting engaged. David already had the ring.
Okay. But
she was crashing out.
I was crashing out in that moment.
She said, well, Ashley and Meech got engaged. Where the hell's my ring, David?
Yeah,
and David
literally.
was like, it's in the closet. Shut up.
And like literally. But I had waited for like 5 years, but that was also during like the pandemonium and stuff like that. So he doesn't even have an excuse. So at this point, no. Like that is exactly what that was the most manipulative thing that I've ever seen a man do.
You got a free engagement. You didn't even have to pay for the ring. TV paid for it. You got paid to do it.
And he started a career. No. Girl.
She's better off.
Next his.
Don't let your boyfriend keep you from your husband. That's all I'm gonna say.
Next.
Okay.
But I do want his New York food reviews though.
Yeah.
Let me follow him real quick.
Really great.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I hope he doesn't like stop them because like.
Well, he's having a little moment.
Yeah.
You know,
we'll just backtrack.
I feel like because you know what it's gonna happen. Watch, he's gonna realize that she was the love of his life or something. Like, you know, they always learn late.
You know what I think?
What?
And I don't know.
You're about to tell us what you think.
I don't know nothing about these people other than they like food and they were on The Bachelor. I think she's gonna end up with a woman.
What?
I don't know.
That was not what I.
I don't know. I just feel like the long public relationship to lesbian pipeline is very common these days.
Okay, we don't have enough time for this anyway.
Am I like
what?
Yeah, like we were watching Traders earlier, and Gabby on the Traders, she was on The Bachelor, and now she's gay. Chriselle selling Sunset.
See, I don't know who these people are.
So you wouldn't know about the pipeline.
This is what I'm saying.
Like,
I don't know about
like
this
the
pipeline.
the new trend is like break up with your man of a million years and then go date a woman.
I know like the trad wife pipeline. I know like
it's like the opposite of the trad wife pipeline.
I know. I know different pipelines. But
the new feminist pipeline is like these men. Let's just go date each other.
I mean, fair to be honest. I've seen what's out there, and I'm not gonna lie.
I'm very glad to not be single.
Yeah, I fear that I would be depressed.
There we go.
I'm sorry, single girlies. Don't give up. If you're out there and listening, don't give up.
And you don't have to give up your sexual preference.
Yeah.
Be true to you.
We don't want to be canceled this for
No, I mean it. Be true to you. If you end up realizing that you find more joy in a relationship with a woman, be with the woman.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
We only have one life to live. At the end of the day, honestly, like tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah.
But
like it's 2025.
All I have to say is I'm sorry. That was crazy. That was a crash out. Now that I know what a crash out, he just needs to crash out in his New York apartment by himself because he needs to be alone for a while. Let's be honest. Whether or not they get back together, he needs to be alone.
Somebody was supposed to take his phone away from him that night.
No, literally. That's like me having a moment.
Yeah. That wraps up the Super Scoop.
Wow. Holy crap. These take forever.
You didn't know who any of those people were.
I didn't.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, hopefully, by
the time this launches on February 4th, we'll probably have the full conclusion of the story. Okay. Are you guys ready for our next segment?
Segment number 3.
It's called
segment 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
This is where we start bringing you guys in.
Yeah. So here it's a community affair. Okay. Like again, I'm a blogger. Ashley's a blogger. We have our own separate communities, but you know, we want to not just be talking randomly, gabbing on this podcast. I mean, we do, obviously, but we also want to help solve.
The main objective of us doing this is to connect more with you guys. And whether that's new people coming in or our current following, we really just want to connect with the girls.
Yeah, realize that like we're real people too. Because I feel like, we're pretty transparent like online, but like let's get to know us a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So our next segment is called Ask Ashley.
And Carlene.
You guys wrote in to ask me for some advice, and lucky for you, you also get hers.
Yay. Because I always just have to be unhinged and share my opinion no matter what.
Even if it was just me answering, you would have got it anyway?
Yeah, for real.
So we've got our first question.
We have our first question. And these are like, I just want to explain the segment because you did get a lot of like random questions. Like, I don't even know.
What's your favorite lipstick?
Yeah, like, girl, no. This is not an ask me anything. Okay. No. This is a like, my life is falling apart. How do I help?
Help me.
Yeah, help me.
Help me.
Help me. And so then it's like Ashley. It's like it's
like advice.
Ask Alice. You know that like
I know
Ashley
but I'm Amanda Bynes. Justice for Amanda Bynes.
Okay, whatever.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. So that's what it is. I just want to explain the segment so that people get it before we like dive into the segment. Okay.
So our first one is a doozy, y'all.
I know.
I don't even know my answer. This is gonna be
I'm scared.
Okay. So she said, and we're keeping it anonymous, obviously. We're not about to out nobody.
If you guys ask Ashley, we will never reveal.
Never. My boyfriend and I have been together for 7 years. In the early stages of our relationship, it was rough.
Wow, this is like relevant to what we just talked about.
But it's been 4 years since our last incident of him cheating. I've really struggled moving past everything emotionally. I'm a lot better, but sexually, it's just so hard. I used to crave him and our sex life was exciting and fun. But now it's just so hard to even feel turned on by him. And he's voiced to me that he wants me to come on to him like I used to, but the drive just isn't there. I did have a baby almost 2 years ago, his baby. I don't know if that has something to do with it as well. So I think we need to break down this message a little.
I fear there's so much to say.
It's a loaded question.
It's like 5 different things in one.
But I'm glad you gave us some background because I feel like
I still have more questions.
For a lot of people, okay, listen, cheating is wrong. Cheating is wrong. There's no excuse for it.
I'm so scared with what you're about to say.
But when your lives are so intertwined, I can understand how hard it is to just be very black and white. If you cheat on me, we're done. That's it.
Oh, okay. Yes. I see what you're saying.
So I'm glad that she gave us background because if she didn't, I would have been like, well, dump his
talking about. Like,
but
why are you still with him?
Baby. They've been together for almost a decade. That complicates things a little bit.
Yeah, like they might own a house together.
All their finances are intertwined.
Yeah, their families are intertwined.
Yes,
literally with the child.
Their genetics are intertwined.
For real.
So, number one, they've been together for 7 years. Early stages of our relationship. It's been 4 years since his last incident of him cheating, which means he's done it more than once.
So that was my first thing. When I heard that, I love how this is your segment. I'm already giving my opinion. When I heard that, I was like, so how many times has this cheated? Okay, like, are you kidding me? But I will say 4 years out of 7 is
the majority of the relationship.
Yeah, that is the better half of the relationship. So like,
it could have been that they got together really young and he was just an idiot.
Or like maybe he was like talking to multiple girls and like she found out. And you know what I mean? It could be like some weird situation like that.
Or maybe they were just like more casual when they first, like the first couple years.
Yes,
like
correct.
They didn't live together or anything.
Correct.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know that info.
But was he just DMing a girl? Did he go on dates?
Was
he
it
have a
physical?
whole other girlfriend? Yes. Like, did he just have a one night stand?
Was it physical?
Exactly.
Did he travel? Did he lie to you?
Was he flying out? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yes, correct.
Like you're spending our money for our rent on
Oh my God, don't even go down that route.
Anyway, I think the advice she's asking is how she's gotten over the emotional part, but it's this like the intimacy part.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so
I know this is tough. Okay, what I will
hear
say
your opinion
is
first.
I think there's a lot of factors at play here because I think it's an issue of broken trust.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's also an issue of you're getting older. Maybe it's a hormonal thing.
Yep, hormonal thing.
Maybe
That
your
was
sex
my
drive
thought.
just isn't what it was 7 years ago when you met.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's a huge factor,
That's
actually.
a huge factor.
Yeah.
Like,
because the moment I turned 30, like
your sex drive from 23 to 30 is completely different.
totally different. Plus, like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired. Okay.
You got a lot.
There's a lot going on, and you just had a baby.
Not even hormones, but like just life stress.
Yeah, no, like life stress. Like maybe they're building their careers. Like we don't know. But I'm just saying, like that is a huge factor. So don't discount that as a factor.
Yes. And
in your sex drive or sexual attraction towards him. Also, like we don't know if she's sexually attracted to other men or is it just him that doesn't turn her on. That would be a question I would have for her.
Yeah, I think that's a question she has to ask herself.
Yeah.
Like, is it a matter of I just have a lower sex drive or is it a matter of I'm just less attracted to him now because he broke my trust?
Yeah. Okay, but you were saying, and then
my advice would be number one.
Wait, what was the question?
It's just advice on how to.
Oh yeah, like
get
what are we?
past
Oh,
it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Her question is, how do I move past this?
Got it.
I don't think you move past it. I think you move through it. I don't think there's ever going to be a point where you get that initial sex drive, passion, like craving that you had for him in the beginning of your relationship. But I don't think, honestly, that has nothing to do with the cheating.
I was going to say, I think that's
just a natural thing in the progression of a long-term relationship.
Yes, correct. I agree.
Especially after having a child together.
And it just complicates it that he did cheat.
Because then I would imagine that like that's your first like that must be why this is happening.
Correct. Yeah, I agree. Because I just feel like, yeah, after a certain while, like you have to like spice it up. And also the other thing is too, is like, you know, you go through seasons in life, right? Like there's going to be seasons where you feel good or like you really want him. And there, you know, then there's going to be other seasons where you're like, I'm tired.
But I will say,
but I think that the cheating is an over layer, like it overcomplicates.
It's like a dark cloud over everything
like,
else.
It's like these things already happen in a relationship, and then on top of it, he cheated.
Yeah, but I think, listen, at the end of the day, you forgave him. You're still together now. You have a family together. So if you chose to be with him, you need to choose to forgive him fully. And if he's saying,
I like what you said earlier. Like, you have to move through it.
yes,
You're not going to get over it, but you have to move through it. It's like a death. Okay. Like, that sounds a really bad analogy, but
no, but it's
like
it's
you know, when
like
you're
they're never
grieving, you're never going to forget that person. You're never going to finish grieving.
Yes, you can't change the past. What's happened has already happened. So if I'm choosing to forgive him and continue our relationship and continue our family together, then you need to work through it together. And if he's expressing to you, hey, I would really love for you to initiate sometimes like you used to, then I think you owe it to him to at least try to do that. And, you know, sometimes it's a little fake it till you make it.
I mean, I feel like isn't half of life fake it till you make it. Okay. I will say, I think that, you know, obviously we're not like licensed therapists or anything. I do think that would like obviously be beneficial to like go and talk to somebody about this and maybe have that person help you figure out how to do that, because that's something that I've even had to do, like, you know, when I wasn't feeling it or in the mood or whatever, for whatever reason, whether it be stress, hormones, whatever, you really have to like figure out how to get your groove back almost, right? Like, how do you get your groove back, your sexual attraction back? So I guess that's why I want to know, like, is it just him or is it everything all at once? But I guess at the end of the day, it wouldn't matter, because regardless, you need to figure out how to get that feeling back of like wanting not only just him, but just in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like what? Like wanting to be sexual, basically.
Or and also might be some like packed in trauma too, of like, it might be like trauma of like, okay, I don't want to be sexual because that reminds me of the situation, and it's like it triggers her to be sexual with him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that like being cheated on is a full blown machine gun hit to your confidence.
Yeah.
So it could be a matter of like, every time I think of having sex with him, I think of
exactly. Like,
I think
go
of
right
like,
back to that place.
I go back to that place of like, okay, well, I obviously wasn't good enough, so you had to go.
Yeah.
So basically, all that to say, y'all need therapy. I fear.
Yeah, we fear.
That's not a bad thing either. Like, I think you just need to, I would hope that you guys have already had a conversation about it. If not, I think that's step one. Have a real like heart-to-heart conversation about it and just lay it out all on the table. Y'all have been through worse.
That's true.
You've been through worse already, and you got through that. So this is just a blip. I would not think of it as, you know, the end all be all. I think,
but I really do like your analogy of like you're just gonna have to work through it, girl.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to. It's not
tough.
gonna be something that just like suddenly goes away, because you've accepted that it happened and you have created a life around him and like you have a kid. Then, you know, and you obviously want to continue.
Try. Okay, so our advice to you is, number one, have a heart-to-heart with your man about this whole situation.
How you're feeling?
Tell him literally everything. Y'all have been through worse. You'll get through this, but you got to get through it together. You're not alone. I feel like this is a very common issue.
I do feel like
regardless of the cheating, this is a very common issue in any long-term relationship. The older you get, the less sex drive you have. The longer you're with someone, the less exciting they are because you've known them forever, you know?
It's true.
Yeah. I would say therapy. I think you guys would really benefit from solo therapy and couples therapy. Unpack why he cheated. He can unpack why he cheated. Y'all don't.
But like how it affects you and how it,
you should unpack. Yeah. He needs to unpack why he cheated. You need to unpack the effect that had on you. And then y'all need to unpack together.
And then also how to rebuild.
How to rebuild
the
together.
Trust. So it's not just like a cloud, literally.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like it's just like in the back of your mind.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be. You already chose to forgive him. So let's do it fully so that y'all can live a happily, beautiful life.
Whoo, clearly. Okay.
Carlene, bring us into our last segment of the show.
All right, Ashley. So we are going to do our last segment. Okay, we're going to tell you what it's called in a second, but I just want to like preface what it is, okay? So basically, we as bloggers know a lot of other bloggers.
Okay, wait. Content creators. I've never had a blog in my life.
Whatever. I just think of us as bloggers.
I don't.
Okay, whatever you identify as.
That's political.
Okay. Whatever you identify as, Ashley.
Content creators.
Okay. We know a lot of other entrepreneurs. Okay.
Influencers.
A lot of other influencers in the industry, and they obviously have a lot of stories, okay? And we also have a lot of stories about interactions behind the scenes with influencers, with brands, maybe at events, situations that have happened. Maybe we have seen something like earlier, like one of those dramas actually play out in real life, and we have nobody to tell. So we are going to be doing this next segment, and it's going to be totally, again, I guess it's anonymous. So it could have happened to us.
It could have happened to one of our friends, but we're going to tell every single story for this segment from the first person. So you're never going to know, is it our story? Is it our friend's story? Who our friend is?
Yes. You guys will not know.
Because what did we say earlier? The best tea is someone else's tea.
Exactly. So
so we know that's what you guys are here for. The tea.
The tea. So we want to give you guys the tea, but we just want to preface it in the sense that
we're not trying to take nobody down. We're not trying to name no names. We're not trying to be messy, but these are good
okay, they're good stories. We have to share.
A good story is a good story.
A good story is a good story. Okay, so we have to share. So they're all going to be in the first person, like Ashley just said, but they might not be our stories.
But you'll never know.
And that's the fun part. But we're not making them up, girl.
No, they're all true.
They're all true.
Yeah.
Sadly.
We believe our friends.
Yeah.
They're all true as far as we were told.
Yes, exactly. Again, use Google. Okay.
Do your Google.
Okay. So we have named this next segment
In a Bow.
Bow. Do you want to explain what that means?
Basically, you can wrap it up all nice. You could even put a bow on it. But you were still
exactly, girl. Okay.
Listen, she might look cute with the little face apps and the little face tunes and the photoshops on Instagram, but you're still a sometimes.
Okay.
You were a
you might think you're an it girl, but that doesn't mean you're it.
And honestly, all these stories are going to be different topics, different. So, we've named it In a Bow. Because even though
you guys get it,
everything on the internet is curated and edited, and sometimes people are just
and you know what's funny, I just want to say this too about this segment is that I feel like I have met multiple people, like obviously we didn't know each other when we first met, but I have met multiple people in real life, like multiple followers in real life, or even other content creators that have followed me for a long time, and they meet me and they always say something very similar. They always say, wow, Carlene, you are exactly what you're like on stories.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I supposed to be something different?
Same. Like, okay.
Like, am I supposed to be different?
Before we jump into our topic,
I'm confused.
Let's just brief. We can't not touch on the TikTok ban.
Okay. Oh, yes.
So can we talk about all of those crazy confessions?
The confessions were too much for me. It was too much.
I'm sorry. TikTok might go away. The internet isn't.
Okay, this is like a prime example of like people need to stay more. These people need a CNN. Okay, they need Carlene News Network and CNN
training.
Because to me it was very obvious that TikTok wasn't going to go away. And I'm like, okay, yeah. If you guys don't know what we're talking about this trend that was, I fear that what was it? We're all going to die.
Since we're all going to die. It was like a Simpsons audio, and it was like, since we're all going to die.
Family Guy.
Oh yeah. Since we're all going to die, I fear, or I think I should have one more secret to tell you.
Yeah, and then they like reveal a secret.
Some confession, and they were crazy.
Some of these confessions were nuts, you guys. And I was just like, why are these like some of them were cute. Okay. Like for example, I was just telling Ash I should have done one which was like since we're all gonna die, like, you know, I should have exposed that like my home looks like really cute and curated for my Instagram, but it's usually a hot mess express. Okay. Yes. So like that's a cute one.
Yeah.
No.
They were like crazy. Like, full-on fitness influencers
admitting to BBLs
and Ozempic, and it's like, girl, you're ruining your whole brand like for a trend.
I'm sorry, what? It was crazy. Like, or like, yeah, it was just nuts. Anyway, so
I mean, but all that to say, I didn't even do one because I was like, I don't think I've ever lied to the internet.
No, I literally was watching
really have anything.
I was watching these and I was like, I don't have any weird secret. And people like in the captions were like, it feels good to get that off my chest. What? I'm sorry. What? Girl, I'm always, if you meet me in real life, this is how I am. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
So actually I'm not, but.
No, I'm not sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
But there's no hidden mystery with us.
No, there's no hidden mystery. But yeah, that TikTok ban was crazy.
What? 14 hours?
I think it was 14.
We all crashed out.
That was crazy.
Oops.
I was there on while it was going.
It was going under.
But people were losing it. I was like, calm down. Okay. It's going to come back.
But you guys, we're going to talk about an epidemic.
This is something that like needs to be said.
It needs to be said. We need to discuss it. It's an epidemic going around and it needs to be stopped.
Yeah, and I'm like, in all seriousness, you guys, like, no, I'm very passionate about this topic. Okay, which you're gonna see. I'm very passionate about this because I think that it really separates. It just like shows you as a different type of woman.
First segment is not about one story. It's not about one person. It's about an epidemic, and it's called the Manbringers.
The Manbringers, okay? And I really wish we should record. Yeah, that's like a, you're a man bringer, make me walk, make me, okay, but
she's a Manbringer.
Okay, she's a Manbringer. So this is something that I've like personally, I will say that I have personally seen this.
We all have.
Yeah, we all have personally.
Have we done it? Never.
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 I just want to say right here, right now on this podcast, we are not man-bringers. No. This is the anti-man-bringer. So what is a man-bringer, Ashley?
The influencer space is predominantly female. Over 90%. Some crazy.
I would say, like probably 90.
Yeah. A man-bringer is a girl that brings her man to all the events.
Okay. We're talking like different types of events.
Like, there's no reason that you should bring your man to the new CoverGirl lip gloss launch party.
Okay,
you don't want to be there?
There's no reason. And I don't care if you can come up with one right now while you're thinking about it. That your man should come to an Amazon influencer summit. Okay, let's just keep it real. I'm sorry. We are all in meetings and events and watching Khloe Kardashian
and
do
we
this,
know how strict we know how strict Amazon is with that list.
The timeline, like, it's very quick.
Listen, you think you're bringing your man to Vegas for the Amazon summit? That be in the room the whole time because Amazon is not letting him in.
No, first of all, he's not. No brand would let him in, right?
You're not invited.
You're not invited.
You didn't get a +1.
You didn't get a +1.
Why are you here?
Why are you here? Oh, well, we want to go to Vegas. But no. It's for the girls.
You're going to spend the whole day at this thing that you came there for. Go back to the room and be like, I want to sleep because that was exhausting. And your man's going to be like, I've been in the room all day. I'm trying to go out.
Yeah.
And then you get in a whole fight and he could have just stayed home.
And he could have just not been there in the first place.
And you didn't need to get a dog sitter. You didn't need to get a babysitter. He could have just stayed home.
Okay, but here's the other thing too. So for me, when I go to influencer events, I really try to think of it in the sense of it's like networking. That's literally what it is. Yeah. So whether it be a dinner or an event or whatever.
A brand trip.
A brand trip. I'm obviously networking with the brand. But I think for me, like, my favorite part about those kind of events is the fact that I can network and make like friends, literally. Like we wouldn't have this podcast right now. Yeah, we wouldn't be recording if we hadn't met.
Our job, we work solo for so much of it, or if I work with Rebecca, like one other person.
Yeah, and I have assistants as well, right? Yeah.
But even your assistant, they're not like, they understand it because they understand your business, but like connecting with another person that does the same thing as you is so valuable.
Yes,
and I'm gonna be so real. If you bring your man, you're not gonna have those opportunities.
You're not invited. You cannot sit with us. Okay, if the man's coming.
It just changes the whole dynamic because it's like, okay, I'm going to go to this event and then immediately after, I know my man's waiting for me, so I'm going to go and have dinner with him. When you could stay after, mingle with the reps, schmooze with them a little, get a real personal connection with people that are paying you.
Literally paying you.
Yeah.
But also I think it really brings me back to like when we went to Vegas, like we were able to hang out with some of our friends that we never, like some of these people. You don't see in real life.
You'll be friends for years on the internet and you finally get to like hang out in person.
So why are you bringing your man?
Like, it's a girl's trip.
It's a girl's trip, right? I feel like this dives deeper into a different topic too, because I feel like, and this might be controversial, but like, are we surprised? Well, they might be, but I know you aren't, girl. Man bringers are the same kind of girls that say they're a girl's girl, but really aren't.
You know.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them.
Controversial, but I'm going to disagree.
What?
Oh, shit. You didn't see that coming?
No, I didn't.
I think, honestly, it comes from a place of social anxiety. I think it comes from like, well, I don't really know, or I know people that are going to be there, but we're not really friends, or we're not really that
like,
close.
Are we friends?
We've never met in person. What if I hate them? Like, I want, like, it's like a comfort blanket kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a comfort blanket.
But it ends, like, I feel like sometimes you shouldn't have a comfort blanket.
Okay, sorry.
Sometimes you just got to do pushes you out of your comfort.
If you are not under pressure, you're not going to become a diamond. Okay.
Yeah.
If you do not push yourself in like uncomfortable situations, you're not going to grow.
Look,
okay. Hello, I'm over here like crashing out. Apparently that's the word. Having anxiety, sweating through my dress at an event.
Hey, want to be friends?
Yeah, and now we have a podcast years later.
So listen, anybody listening, if you are an influencer, if you want to be an influencer one day, if you have anxiety and you're like, no, of course I would bring my man to my first event. Hope that we're there because then you don't need them.
Okay, there's that, but also just like for real, just don't.
Just don't do it.
It's an epidemic. It's a problem.
I guarantee you will have a much more positive experience if you go alone and make some friends there because those are the girls that get it. And it's just honestly, I think of it as just like a burden.
It is. For both parties. Again, for both
Meech.
parties.
I love me some Meech.
I love
hanging out
David
with
too.
him. But I also love coming home at the end of an event and giving him all the tea spilling. Like he doesn't know what happened in my day.
I think it's very healthy to have time apart.
He doesn't want to be there.
I think it's just healthy to have time apart, to be honest.
Yeah, like you need your girlfriends. You need your own work thing. Yeah.
Okay, but here, you know what? What about the women that are man bringers because their man works for them?
That is a different story. But
I still stand on I don't think they should come.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the event, obviously.
Yes. Like
I think it would depend on the event.
Like me and Meech went on a brand trip with the Knot, but that was clear. It's a wedding company.
But like,
and it was for couples.
Yeah, like that's very specific. But I'm saying
but
like
even he was like, this is exhausting. Like I
Yeah.
knew
we know Meech.
Like he wasn't trying to say like, oh, I did it. Like, you know, he wasn't trying to say like my job is fake or anything, but he was just like really shocked at like it's
you have to be on 24/7. You have to be on.
It's not just like, oh, you go on this trip and it's paid for and it's like, and it is a lot of fun, but it's like all the activities are planned. You have such little downtime and in your downtime, you
have to post your regular content.
Not even your regular content.
yeah.
You're at the activities, then you go back to your room, you download the pictures you took, like you're editing all the footage you took at that event. You want to post
You're
it before
literally
the next event.
working.
You're working the entire time. And it's like, I don't want to have to worry about what you're about to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to worry about nothing but my job because I'm here doing my job.
No, literally. And I think the other thing is too is with the I'm thinking more of like the women that, if you guys don't know, a lot of influencers actually the women, right? We are 90% women or whatever the statistic is, but a lot of us are the breadwinners, right? Because it can be very fruitful if you run your business in a particular way, and a lot of people's husbands or boyfriends end up working for them. Okay,
because it's just
it financially makes more sense, like obviously. But I think that for me, I would still say I would be like, okay, boo boo, I need you to open up the Amazon packages at home. Okay.
Oh,
you know what I
all
mean?
He's doing? Oh God,
no,
jump scare.
No, but I'm just saying.
But
like,
no,
stay
I
home.
agree.
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
number one, for the girls that it works for, God bless them. Love that.
Oh
for
no,
you.
David and I could never.
No, me
No,
and
we
I could
could
never. No.
But I'm just saying, like in general, like I still stand by. Don't bring your man.
I agree.
Yeah.
Don't be a man bringer.
Don't bring your
It
man.
brings down the whole vibe, and then you're at like you're like, oh my God, girls, let's go get drinks after, and the one man, and you're like, who the
It's
fuck is
always
he?
one.
Like I'm literally trying to talk and get drunk, and your man is here, and I have to make conversation with him. Like,
and I will say, some of our friends are man bringers. Okay, so it doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes
we love you all.
Yeah,
But
I'm just
next
saying,
time consider
reevaluate your decision and why you're bringing your man.
Change your perspective. It's not an opportunity for you guys to travel together. It's an opportunity for you to have a girls trip and network with your peers and not have to worry about your man.
I agree.
Don't be a man bringer.
Speaking of Amazon, they just delivered a package.
Take a shot every time.
Literally. But yeah, so that is our first.
It's just about all the man bringers. Don't be a man bringer.
Don't be a man bringer.
I promise you'll have a lot more fun if he stays home.
Yep, I agree.
And if we're there,
and we'll
make sure of it.
Yeah, we will too. We'll have more fun too.
Your girls will have more fun too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to know the tea.
And again, I feel like girls cannot actually hang out with each other. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
It's like in high school.
Don't bring your man.
It's like, when we were younger and you'd be like, oh, girl, want to hang out on, it's like a girl's night and it's always the one boyfriend and you're like, why is he
I was going to say this actually could apply for in real life too.
Oh yeah. Don't be a man bringer in real life either. If it's girls'
just don't
night,
bring
it's girls' night.
Don't be a man bringer in general.
And if you're going to be a man bringer, make sure like it's either a couple's thing or it's a girl's thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Or it's a boy's thing.
I agree.
And you need to set the tone, but there can never just be like one guy.
No, that's so weird.
It's weird for everybody. He doesn't want to be there.
He doesn't want to be there. And if he does, that's a different problem.
He's probably only going because you asked him to.
And he probably, deep down, he's probably like, oh,
I could have been on the couch right now.
Yeah, I could be watching football.
I could be like literally in my underwear playing Xbox.
Yeah, something. Anything but this.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's probably like checking the score of the game on his phone the whole time. Not even
Literally.
Now everybody thinks he's because he's more into the football game that's on, and everybody's like, oh my god, like Gwen's boyfriend's like such a
why is her name Gwen?
because I don't know anybody named Gwen.
Not you going through the
Gwen's
list of
boyfriend
names.
is such a he didn't even like look up from his phone. It's like, why did you even want to?
Yeah, exactly. Because guess what? Gwen's boyfriend shouldn't have been there in the first damn place. Because you're a man bringer. Anyway, wow. We did our first podcast.
Did we?
I don't know. We'll see if this is up.
This felt like a fever dream.
This literally doesn't feel real. It might have been the margarita that we had before we started, but
It loosened this up a little.
we needed that. Shout out to Tarte because Tarte, you guys sent me this crazy PR package. I did unbox it and then TikTok got banned, so I didn't post it yet. But they sent me the Bartesian.
And those drinks were good.
They're really good. I'm shocked. Oh my God, we forgot to do our outfit of the day. So this is what we're wearing. Okay. This is so cute. This is Let's Go Girls, our little hook that we already came up with. And then I was on Abercrombie's website the other day and they had this shirt. I was like, girl, we need this. I'm sorry.
Abercrombie never fails us.
They really don't. So we'll link our sweatshirts down below.
Leggings from Amazon, socks from Amazon.
Yeah, mine are too.
We'll link everything down in the description.
In the
for you
description.
guys.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did,
Yeah.
we hope that you guys obviously hit the subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe, follow us, stay tuned. We're going to be doing these every other week. If you want to keep up with us other than that, you can follow me. I'm SuperAshley127 on everything, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all the things.
All the things. And I'm Queen Carlene on all the things. And I also have a home account, Queen Carlene Home, on all the places as well. So
There's your drama dose, girls.
that's the drama dose. Oh my God, I'm getting all
See you
emotional. It's the
next
first
time.
episode. We did it.
Just two ADHD girlies finally finishing a task.
Let's see if this episode gets up.
We started it.
Okay. All right, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.